Hello Taurus, so I'm doing your weekly tarot from May 14th to the 21st. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot. We're going to figure out what it is that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? Right, so let's get into this for you. You have got traveling lightly, and this one says to simplify your life. So this one is asking Taurus for you to bring it back to basics, okay? They're saying that this week, just keep it simple, okay? There's no need to overthink anything. There's no need to overcomplicate the situation. This is all about taking it as it comes, okay? Not thinking about the worst case scenario. Keeping a bit of that optimism on the burn, okay? This can also indicate that you're unburdening yourself on an emotional level as well, right? Traveling lightly in that aspect. Making sure that you're not bringing any emotional crap, I guess, into your connections this week, okay? So for example, let's imagine that you've just met a brand new individual and you know you're both romantically interested in each other. This is just an example. You don't want to bring any self-doubt or any paranoia that this person's going to cheat on you just like the last one did or anything like that, okay? And vice versa as well. It's unfair for anybody to do those things to you as well. So traveling lightly, it can really touch upon the emotional side of things or the physical side of things. I'm understanding that this energy is more to do with you're not overthinking this week. You're definitely taking it as it comes. Let's find out more. View from above and get the big picture. Okay, so there seems to be an aspect here, Taurus, of maybe you've not been given the full truth, okay? Maybe there's something here that you've not been told or that you've still yet to discover about the situation. Now, I don't know exactly what this situation is, okay? I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive. The situation is going to be different for all of you because, of course, it's impossible for every single Tyrian to be going through the same thing at the exact same time. So the strongest overall energy, which I can give you, Taurus, is literally there's something else at play this week that you don't yet know about. This is very much not sweating the small stuff, getting a view from above, making sure that you get the information that you feel that is currently lacking at this point in time. Right, can you tell us more about the situation for Taurus? Can we have some specifics for Taurus? What's going on? Oh, okay, Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and a Nine of Wands. Right, two sixes back to back. That can sometimes indicate achievements, your achievements, when you get two sixes. It can also indicate advancement of some type, love, relationships, connections, okay? All of that can be covered by your number 6. Past energy. You just bear with me a minute. I just need to get a tissue real quick, Taurus. This hay fever is really playing a number on my ass today. Okay, so your Six of Cups, that is coming out as being past energy, right? I don't typically like the Six of Cups because it can be about rose-tinted glasses and nostalgia and things like that. It also depends on who you are and what your life experience has been, right? If you've had a bit of a rough past, then you're not going to like the Six of Cups either. But if you're one of these that's had more of like the blessed past, then you're going to love the Six of Cups, right? So I need to clarify this Six of Cups first, and the reason why I'm suspicious is because it's with the Nine of Wands, which is the defensive stance, Queen of Wands. Okay. Defensive stance with the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Taurus. Jesus, I don't want this to be X energy. I really don't, and I don't think you do either. That's all off balance as well. The Hermit with the Five of Wands. And then this Nine of Wands has come out off balance too. Your position's clear, Taurus. Your position's crystal clear. Which is, the past is over. It's done. It's dusted. You're not contributing to that anymore. You're very strict about that. Yes, your opinion on that is crystal clear. Okay? You got a fire sign that's trying to come back in. An Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Might be a Virgo also. I'm not feeling that Virgo energy so much. Even though you do have the Hermit here, I'm not particularly feeling Virgo. I feel fire energy. Super strong. Aries specifically. I don't know why. Trying to resurface, but your position is crystal clear. There's an avoidance here as well, so this individual has got the avoidance personality. They're not, listen, Taurus, this is important, they're not coming back in to apologize or to make things right. They're not coming back in to take accountability. They are... I'm not entirely sure why they're coming back in, but that's not the reasons why. Okay. It's these two here that have come out off balance, right? They're not here to take accountability. For certain. I feel... To be honest with you, Taurus, I feel that they're a bit of a chancer. I do feel that they do have their head in the clouds. They're not being realistic at all. That's a complication that you don't need. Is that why the message here is saying for you to simplify your life and get the bigger picture? Because this might be a little bit of an ego boost. Right? When you don't know the true reasons why an ex or anyone from the past comes back in, when you don't know the true reasons behind that, it is so easy and so tempting to sit there and go, oh, damn, well, they must have missed me. Oh, damn, well, you know, I must be this, that, and the next, right? We've all done it. We've all experienced it at some point. Like 100%. This isn't one of those situations where this person coming back is a compliment. Okay. I've got to keep it real with you guys. I have to. I do not feel that it's a compliment that they're coming back. I feel that this person with their avoidance personality, very flighty individual by all accounts, right? So when you knew this person, you felt like you constantly had to look over your shoulder and make sure that they weren't getting up to any nonsense behind your back, right? It is that kind of energy here. I feel like it's attention. This person wants attention, and they want attention from you. You're not in the position to give this person attention. You're not. And that's why Spirit's saying, get the bigger picture. Okay? Whoever this is, they're trying it on. Like, they are genuinely just trying it on. And it's likely going to cause drama and problems for you here with this Five of Wands off center that actually can be entirely avoided just by ignoring this person. It really is as simple as that. So for example, if you're already with somebody in a committed situation with someone else, and then you've got this other individual sending you a message, oh hey, how's it going, how you doing? Ignore them. Ignore them. Because if you were to entertain this, that's going to cause you a lot of problems further down the line between you and the other person that you're with. Guaranteed. But it can be avoided. And if possible, it should be avoided as well. It absolutely should be. Because again, when you're looking at the cards, when you're looking at the energy, it's weird, right, Taurus? Because you've got simplify your life, travel lightly, view from above, get the bigger picture. There are hidden reasons here as to why now. Why is this person suddenly popping in your inbox? Why now? Right? The other weird thing, you've got this Six of Pentacles that is right next to a Nine of Wands. Boundaries. Protection. Where's it coming from? It's coming from the past. It would serve you really, really well this week, Taurus, to not entertain the past. Even though here you're saying, my position is crystal clear. I do not want to have anything to do with this person. There's no danger of me contacting this person or responding to this person. When it actually lands in your inbox, you might feel different. Because there is such a thing as getting caught up in the moment. Hermit off balance. You might end up losing interesting. You might end up losing your own train of thought. You know how some people can have that effect on us, where we're like, if that fucker ever messages me, I mean, they're already on block, but if they create like a fake profile and if they send me a message, there is no way in hell I'm going to respond to them. But then it happens, and the response is, the fuck do you want? Ah, shit, there it is. You just broke your own rule. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. Keep it simple, Taurus. You do not want any complications this week. Okay, we're going to find out why in a minute. Why is this happening? Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. Isn't that always the case? Whenever shit finally starts to go really, really good for you, isn't that always the case that you get some fucker that crawls out of the woodwork and they're all like, oh, hi. Every single time. Every single time. Guaranteed. So that's why this is happening. The past is expecting for you to donate to it, contribute to it, give to it. Hell no. What's this? Thank you. These are all come out scattered. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, both of these are scattered energies. Damn. That is harsh communication. That is a difficult truth. That is shit that you don't want to hear, but you have to hear. It's why this is happening. But it's also part of the blessings that are coming through for you, Taurus. Maybe this was a situation where, for a while, you might have been hung up on this person. You might well have been. And the fact that this is all now playing out, that could actually end up being the closure that you were needing. Because again, some people can do that. It's just simply by showing their true colours, it gives us all of the closure that we ever could need. Okay, you got the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess that has come out in the reversed position. Right? That's a secret there that's being revealed. That's what that is. And it's good news for you, Taurus. Very good news for you. Because bearing in mind, blessings are showering your life. Okay? There's a message here about difficult energies, difficult conversations that actually ends up playing in your favor. And there is a secret that's coming out. Could be a family secret. It could be that this individual, you might have found out that they had a whole secret family on the side that they never told you about. Right? Get rid of the complications in your life, Taurus. You do not need it. Because where you're headed to, you're going to need to travel light. Please don't take on other people's problems this week either, Taurus. Because again, the High Priestess reverse can indicate you taking on other people's stress, worries, anxieties, problems, you feeling like you have to fix everything for everyone all of the time, and then feeling fucking drained and exhausted because you're finding that you're not able to do that for other people. Okay? This week, there needs to be emphasis put on what you're doing and where you're headed, and make sure that you're traveling as light as possible. Because you do have blessings coming in. You do not, which means that you're in a very receptive place right now, energetically speaking. You do not want negativity to take the slot. Does that make sense? The universe doesn't like a void, right? You have somehow actively created a void in your life at the moment because you know that that void is going to be filled with blessings, right? What you don't want happening is this negative energy taking that slot. So it's best avoiding that entirely in the first place, right? I hope that I'm able to explain this in a way that can be understood, because I know I'm not very good with my words, like, at all. That's part of social anxiety and other brain things that are going on. I just really hope that I'm able to articulate this in a way that it's clear in your own mind's eye. Okay, Mystic Healer for your blind spot. Healing energy flows through you. Okay. Now, when you're naturally a healer, you will find that broken people do tend to gravitate towards you. I've just got to say it as it is, okay? That's pretty much exactly what's gone on here with that past energy. Whoever that past energy is, they are a piece of work, Taurus. They are an absolute piece of work. Bringing drama with them wherever they go, refusing to take accountability, all right? just loves the attention. Very, very narcissistic energy. They are not the first ones that have done it, and they're not going to be the last ones that have done it in your life. Broken people gravitate towards you. Do not get involved, because they're gravitating right the fuck back towards you. Whoever this is, if you really, really, really need to tell them anything at all, tell them, I can't fix your broken ass. You're going to have to leave. Personally, I wouldn't bother indulging in a conversation at all, but that's just me, okay? And you're not me. And you're going to deal with things in a much better way than I ever could, right? Because when it comes down to people like that, yes, I do end up becoming ignorant as fuck. And I will ignore them completely. I don't feel like you're the same as that, though. I feel that you're more honest than that. You can't fix them. And they're fully expecting for you to. And you can't afford. You cannot afford to do that this week, Taurus. You cannot. You want to know why? Because if you entertain that, you very, very much run the risk of sabotaging your own efforts here with this Ace of Wands. Look how that Ace of Wands has come out. It's practically reversed, but not quite, okay? Which means that you're not quite on that path yet. You're sailing close to it, though. You're sailing close to it, but you're not quite there yet. It's avoidable. Completely avoidable. This is something very, very important that you're building, that you're creating actively right now, that is going to set you up for your future. Okay? If you were to entertain that person there, you run the risk of sabotaging that. It's not worth it. It simply isn't worth it. If anything comes at the cost of your future, your safety, anything to do with that, then the cost is too high. Okay. Let's take a look at what's working for you. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. Yeah, so find an anchor point that you can hold on to that's going to keep you in reality. Okay, because I very much suspect that that individual has got a bit of a silver tongue. They're very, very good at getting people to feel nostalgic, at making people feel good in the moment or feel good about the past. Okay, very charismatic, but dangerously charismatic. Okay, they don't use their charisma for good, right? They use it for manipulation. So you're going to need an anchor point to ground yourself onto, okay? Keep it real. Keep it real. And look how this person's nice and relaxed. They've got a book. They're at the lakeside. They're nice and chill. Okay? They are comfortable. And they feel safe. This is what's going to work for you, Taurus. Creating an environment for yourself where you genuinely feel safe. Okay. Can you tell us more? Whoa. So that you can see the orientation of these cards. The Five of Pentacles. That one is very off-center. The World. Okay. Death, also off-center. Scattered energy. That one is entirely scattered. That's the Nine of Cups. Your happiness, your wish fulfillment. For what's working for you. You got to put your own happiness first in this equation, Taurus. You must. Okay. There is a message here about someone's inability to change. So please don't fall for this fantasy. If they come at you with this whole, oh, but I've changed, they actually haven't at all. They're exactly the same as how you left them. They're exactly the same where you left them. Okay. For example, if they were unemployed and had zero ambition to improve their lives back when you knew them, they're still in the exact same spot right now. They're still unemployed with zero ambition to improve their lives. Okay. If this is someone who would sit and, I don't know, do gaming to the extreme, right? Most of us do that in our downtime, right? This one does it as a lifestyle. They're never off it. They're still the same. They're just older. Okay? They are resisting doing what is necessary to become a better person. And this is coming out for what is working for you, because you're needing to remember that. Remember who they are, what they did to you, what they put you through. Okay, remember all of that, especially when they start being all charismatic and, you know, trying to be all romantic about the past. Remember it for how it truly, truly was. Because the truth is, Taurus, you weren't happy at all, not even close. You have changed your life in ways that this individual could only dream of. Fogged in, go slow and take time for how this is likely going to play out. A very complicated situation that you're needing to really navigate slowly and carefully. That's off balance as well. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups off balance. That can indicate a third-party situation in the negative context of the word. Seven of Wands and the Lovers, yeah. You don't want to deal with that. It's far more trouble than what it's worth. Five of Cups is your strongest overall energy. Possible unfaithfulness here that's gone on, or possible that this person's trying to get you to be unfaithful. Do you know what I mean? So imagine if you're with someone like a soulmate or something, and that relationship is going amazing. This ex comes back and tries to get you to cheat on your soulmate with them. Again, if you look at the cards, fighting off this energy, taking a stance against this energy. Gossip, rumors, malice. What's going on here? Taurus. Yeah, Chariot. And the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, the last time we saw the Knight of Swords, it was there, and it came out off balance. You might have tried to be polite with this person. I'm not convinced that being polite, like a polite refusal, I'm not convinced that that's going to do it at all. This is someone who doesn't believe in other people's boundaries. You know what, actually, Taurus, they see other people's boundaries as a challenge. This is saying you're going to have to be swift and direct. And you know what? If they make you out to be a see you next Tuesday because of it, then fine, so be it. Be okay with that. Okay, Taurus? When it comes down to you protecting yourself and you protecting your future, if that means that one person or two people or three people think that you're an absolute a-hole for it, fine. Be the a-hole that you need to be in order to protect yourself and your future. Straight up. This can be as simple or as complicated as what you like. But you have to keep in mind, Taurus, that you're the one that's in charge here. You're completely in charge. Never, ever, ever be afraid to assert yourself. I feel like there's a trap here. I genuinely do. You have a healing message for Taurus. The Mystical Shaman. Let's take a look. Number 38. Right, this is the symbol of the myth maker and of the storyteller, who is neither made of nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, and perceives all aspects of it. In so doing, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between the worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is the symbol of true alchemy. For all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one, and when we remember this, a whole manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. When the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You're called to create and dream your life, to act on inspiration and divine impulse without fixating on a known story of success or achievement. Can you impartially observe the stories that you tell yourself and others? What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? You do not have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there was no need to explain yourself to anyone, not even to yourself? The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. Be careful what you pray for. The mystical shaman cautions you against relentless attachments to a certain form that you think will make you happy, or prosperous, or famous, or loved, etc. However, in seeing your dream come into being, had you considered what you were willing to sacrifice for it? Perhaps you have been telling yourself a certain story for so long, the story that only when you reach this particular goal, then you'll be happy. that you will arrive. You didn't even notice that you're no longer the person who wanted those outcomes. You might have moved beyond those stories. Perhaps it's time to admit to yourself that you need to imagine a new story that is more in alignment with who you have become. And this is just one moment in millions of moments in the continuum of a life. So let it go, let it just be a story and move on. Better tales are waiting to be told. Yes, don't be putting any conditions on your happiness, Taurus, okay? Such as, oh, I will be happier when I get more money, or I will be happier when I lose some weight, or I'll be happier when I gain some weight, or whatever, or I'll be happy when I'm in a relationship, right? The list is endless, basically. No more putting conditions on your happiness. Practice creating and cultivating a lifestyle that you're happy with. Excuse me, and happiness is a byproduct of the lifestyle that you create. I'm going to need a drink. Okay, so let's take a look at some wonderful but very naughty words of wisdom from the Taurus Tarot. Just for a little bit of light-hearted fun at the end of your reading, okay? Taurus, let go of idiots and shit that no longer serves you. I mean, I do say not to take this deck seriously, but to be honest with you, I think you should take that one seriously. Fuck yes, do it. It's divine timing, you silly fucker, and your dreams are being fulfilled. You lucky bastard. But yeah, that is what I have for you today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has been helpful for you, Taurus, then please consider dropping a cheeky wee like on the video. That's going to help the algorithm to recognize that, you know, you are interested in my channel, and it's more likely to recommend your videos to you in the future as well. But yeah, for personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that should be in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.